we're on our way to Cummins, Georgia on the BK bus that hopefully we can make it to the BBQ Superstars National Tour bus. Friends, all we need is just a little help. We'll do it cheap as we can. Give us a chance. We'll put your product, we'll put your merchandise, we'll put your company right in front of the barbecue world. Head down the road in the BK bus. What's up, BK? Man, we sure would like to hit the road and put some miles on this bus, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
This thing runs good, too. It don't cost much to keep the bus on the road, to get a whole lot of national publicity for your company, for your product, or for whatever you want to sell. Now look, BBQ Superstars National Barbecue Tour is ready to pull out and ready to roll. Let's get on the bus.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Daryl from BBQ Superstars, and we're here with Randall Bowman, and I tell you what, he has organized probably one of the best events in the Southeast, and everybody here is just shocked and amazed, and we're all so happy. And boy, Randall, did you expect all this to happen when this thing started off?
You know, I had hoped for this, and you know, I guess I said a little prayer here and there for this, but I really thought I'd have 50 or 60 teams, and you know, it'd be a nice little competition. And then you know, it started coming together, and it started coming together, and growing and growing and growing, and we ended up with 93 pros and 34 backyard teams, and we actually turned some away here at the end because we were just were plumb out of space of what we were using this year. But you know, we've started working on next year before this one, so we've got some even bigger and better things planned for next year. So.
Well, tell us a little bit about Travis Tritt. We heard Travis Tritt's name being thrown around last night.
Well, we had a phone call last week because he had heard through the grapevine something about it, and his booking agent called and said a little bit about what his normal booking price is, and offered about 1/3 of that to come play, and a pretty good name opening act as well. And we're talking. The goal in the beginning was to do a headline act anyway, and we partnered with Clear Channel, which for those of you in Metro Atlanta know it's 94.9 The Bull, and what had happened was we were just a little too far behind scheduling because they were already booked, and we did send some offers to some pretty good names for some pretty good money, but they were booked. So we were just kind of out, and our goal was to stay with a Georgia-based artist. As you know, Lang Smokers are part of the sponsorship, and Royal Oak is our charcoal sponsor, and we tried to stay with some Georgia-based companies to make this a Georgia competition for the most part.
Okay. Well, how long did it take you to put all this together?
I started working on this about 2 years ago, and then really amped it up about a year ago, maybe 13, 14 months, but we really amped it up then and started working on it. And it's been a thought for years and years. You know, I live here and knew this facility, and just kept saying, after traveling around the country and seeing some of the issues that organizers deal with you know, bringing in portable power and things like that, it's not good for the teams either, because we don't really have true power when you're doing that. And here we've got real power. I mean, when you plug into a 50 amp RV cord here, you're pulling 50 amps. You're not got 12 because the 18 guys in front of you are pulling off the same run. It's truly a 50 amp plug. And you know, every space pretty much has, you know, 20 amp, 30 amp, and 50 amp plugs, and 2 water spigots, and you know, they're level, they're flat. We've got campground spaces that have water power and sewer. There's showers. We don't have to pull porta potties because we've got true hard bathroom facilities. Yeah, I have learned a couple things. We're gonna do a couple things a little different next year. I'm gonna bring some more lights in next year. It's a little dark, and I'm gonna order some warm weather. I'm gonna get that in next year, because the cool front came in a little early. It was supposed to be about 71 today, so you know, 59 I think's the high. That's a little chillier than I want it, but it's still good queuing weather.
Well, I'll tell you, the magnitude of success that you're having, that, you know, I just want to express to you. I've been to probably 10 first-year events, and 15 teams at one, 20 teams at another. We went to one place, they had 30 teams, 100 people showed up on Friday, nobody on Saturday. And folks, this thing has the roar and the feeling of a small American Royal or a Jack Daniels. You know, you got championship row up here just like they do at the Jack, and then you got the other pro teams that are local. And I tell you what, man, my hat is really off to you, and just want to see, you know, would you be willing to try to move in and organize some other contests?
You know, I've talked to a few different places, and there's a few things in the works we're talking about, and we've got some different ideas. I would like to see some true cooking competition where it's not the guy with the best technology or the guy with the most money who can buy the most expensive stuff. I'd like to see a contest where every product is provided. The meat, you know, you get your 15 or 16 pound brisket, you get your 2, 8, 9, 10 pound pork butts, and you get a few racks of ribs, and you know, some chicken, and then you turn loose and you can cook it. But you know, it's all about the cook. It's not about the, you know, I paid $9 a pound for this, or you know, I grew this standing on one leg and facing left, and you know, all the other things that people do. You know, I'd like to see something really about the cooks, and I'd like to even add more and get rid of technology and make people go back to charcoal and stick burners, and you know, no insulation and no gravity feeds and no electronic devices, and let's cook. Let's cook. I mean, you know, let's see who can cook.
You know, that's something Myra Mixon talks about a lot. Is you know, you could be cooking in your kitchen about the way that some of this stuff.
All these guys can cook. I mean, every one of these guys that are using the computer stuff, we do it because it's easier. I mean, it sure is nice to hook a guru up to an insulated smoker and go to bed. Yeah, go to bed, or get tweets every 15 minutes and tell you your temperatures. I mean, that's a wonderful thing. But we all know how to cook on stick burners. Everybody's done it. Everybody learns. I mean, everybody out here probably has 1, 2, or 25 at home. I know I get in trouble all the time because I keep bringing them home. But
hey, BK, you want to get in here? Come on, let's get in here.
But no, everybody knows how to cook, and there's some good products out there, and Lang is one of them. I've told everybody, Lang Smokers is, if you don't own a smoker or you're looking to do something, Lang is the smoker to buy.
Yeah, now we got BK here, and he's representing Lang this week, and BK has really got a heck of an operation now. He's got a great big old bus, he's got a great big trailer, and Lang is coming here. He's got Lang sitting all over the place, and big-time competition team, and really excited about it, but just wanted to get you in here with the organizer representing Lang, and talk about the event and how you felt the event went.
It's gone real well. We met Raymond Thursday when we pulled in Thursday evening. He took great care of us, showed us exactly where to set up, and answered all our questions, took good care of us, and he's taking care of a lot of people this weekend. You've had your hands full all weekend.
I don't have hair left. That's amazing.
We have a big display set up down there. He accommodated us with that. We set up a bunch of grills and a bunch of fire rings, and give us some charcoal to boot, and had a great cooker's package here. We're spread out, and there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a big competition. A few people was kind of complaining about how far it was to turn ins, but he stepped up and got a bunch of golf carts, limo golf carts for us to ride in, and even hooked Daryl up with a golf cart. So Daryl's been riding all around this place all weekend, and but yeah, he's done great. He's done great. No complaints here at all.
Thank you very much. When I put this together, I thought, I want this to be a cooks competition with the public coming to see the cooks. Right. And to me, I looked at contests, and people have put people far away from turn-ins and said, "Oh, we'll have a cart here." Never happens. Right. I was talking to Rod Gray yesterday, and he said carts never happen. I said, Rod, I'll look you now and I'll tell you, I'll be here on a cart myself if I'm telling you there'll be a cart here. And when we did the layout and we started realizing that some of these guys wanted really big spaces, so it spread it out, and I felt bad because I know how I'd feel if I showed up on a competition site and I was in 400 yards from turn-ins. I'd say a few choice words too. So I stepped up and tried to make it easy, and we've been lucky and fortunate that we've got volunteers that have stepped up to help run golf carts. But I hadn't had anybody say we missed a cart or didn't have a cart available. It's one of the little things that I think every organizer should try to do. It's a little, it's cost effective in the long run, because if I can keep 15 more cooks happy, they're coming back next year. But if they had to walk, I'd lose those 15 teams. Right. And to me, that's what this is about. If you don't have cooks and they're not happy, and you don't have a competition, because you can do all the bouncy houses and flyovers and all the other fancy things people try to do, but barbecue competition is about the cooks. Cooks and the right judges. That's all it's about.
Yeah, that's something I always echo. They're paying all the bills, and they make, if the competitors don't show up, you don't have a contest.
Pretty golf cart ladies.
Yeah, there's a golf cart lady. I tell you that they're buses.
Come over here.
They're buses. They're not just carts. They're yeah. Come on, get in the interview so we can get some more faces in here. Now, here's another person that's working in the competition, and. Get her in there, honey. And
this is Nicole, and she is our volunteer coordinator.
I am. We have 200 volunteers out at the event this weekend, making this an event hopefully very good, so that all the teams will come back next year, maybe even more.
More. Always more.
Well, now, if somebody wanted to volunteer, or if a new charity wanted to get involved, how would they go about doing that?
Absolutely. They just visit connectforsyth.org or the National BBQ Cup website, and we're happy to direct them that way. So it's real easy to sign up to volunteer. Couple clicks and you're in. So.
What's the name of the charities that you have this year?
Well, the Forsyth County Community Connection, which is the organization that I'm with, as well as Jesse's House and the Baldridge Boys Lodge. Okay. And those are emergency shelters in our community for children under the age of 18. So.
Okay, well, United Way and Boys Club and Cancer Society, and I mean we could take them all. And the more charities you have, the more volunteers, and the better it works, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we've actually got some more. We reached out. We've got the Sheriff's Explorer Scouts are running the parking lot and getting some of the returns. We've got SAFT, which is another organization that's running a drink booth to make money. And our plan is to have as many charities in the community to be able to be part of this, and get a little bit here and there, and to be able to help them, because you know, the economy has affected all of us, but the nonprofits have especially been hit hard. And I told even Nicole this when we first started meeting. You know, so many of these nonprofits end up trying to do a fundraiser, and it's every 2 or 3 weeks they've got a golf tournament or a 5K run or something, and they're reaching into the same people's pockets. And I know as a business owner locally, I get hit up 5-6 times a week, and I would love to be able to write a check to every one of them, but I wouldn't be in business anymore. Right. And they're all very noble and very worthy causes. You just can't do it. And I think if we could come to a point with this event to help, you know, the community and the charities involved, they could do less of that, and we could just tap resources and make it one big one. Right. And then they could use all their resources with volunteers and personnel and everything, and it would work and be successful for everybody.
Well, now talk about the logistics as far as parking. I was wrong. I said on the video there was 500 parking spaces, and I know there's going to be people out there hear that video. How many parking spaces are across the street?
The parking lot across the street is 1,800 spaces. You've got another 240 on that side, and there's another smaller lot right in front that holds about 70.
Golly.
Yeah, and then we have this handicap lot that holds 46 handicap parking spaces. So.
Okay, now total teams, what's the maximum amount of teams you can handle next year?
Well, if we don't let everybody have a gigantic mobile home spot, we can probably get, I'm guessing 350 teams comfortably. But I will tell you this: the city, where the City of Cumming Fairgrounds is, has just been amazing. I mean, they've been over backwards. There's been offers to close Castleberry Road if we need to, and to make this a true national championship and a Memphis in May, Jack Daniel's American Royal type thing. And that's the goal in the long run. This year, we're just trying to lay the groundwork and the foundation to make it solid. So, you know, year 3, 4, 5 are easier, and we have the systems down, and the teams are already know about it and happy and love it and want to come back, and then we can start building and adding to the foundation and just build it bigger and bigger.
Well, you know, that's what I smell. I mean, this thing has world championship just written all over it, and it's late enough in the year that there's not all these other things going on, but it's early enough in the year. It ain't snowing and raining on our head. It's just at the perfect time. But, you know, Tuffy Stone came over yesterday, and he said, I just can't believe this venue. We've got 35 tractors over here. We've got, he said, there's so many little things you go over, and you know, it's really a genuine attraction. And it's like the museum. There's a museum sort of associated with it.
There is, you know, when they built this, the concept that the mayor and the city council had was to preserve heritage. And the heritage here was agricultural based, you know, sorghum syrups and blacksmiths and things like that. So they started out building what they call Heritage Village, which was the little buildings down below, which is a post office and a barber shop and a doctor's office. And it's I mean, they're equipped with, you know, era things. And they had a cotton gin down here. All of Heritage Village used to be down below, and there was a fire a few years ago that burned the cotton gin. So they ended up rebuilding and moving this up here. But we've got the largest single spot steam engine collection in the country.
Yeah.
And they do the 4th of July parade. They actually the only 4th of July parade that runs the steam engines on the streets.
Wow.
But you know, they operate the sawmill up here on steam engines. It's really a neat ordeal, and we have a Cherokee Indian village that they actually operate during our fair every year. And I mean, they're doing realistic food. They have Indian tacos and all kinds of things down there, and it's a group of Cherokee Indians that come in and they talk about their culture and their, you know, their history and languages and dances and all kinds of things. It's really a neat educational thing, and I wish we could all take part in that more, and because, you know, really, my kids won't know anything about this stuff if we don't take the time to show them, because I mean, you know, I didn't grow up in that era, so I wouldn't know if I didn't have, you know, the education to back it up. So.
Well, I tell you what, I'm honored that we were here for the first one, and then we got a chance to be here to watch history. And you know, there's been some talk about one of the world championships in 2 years wanting to shut down, and this just would be an easy, just flip it right over to Cummins, Georgia, and bring it on down here to Mr. Randall Bowen. And you know, I want to give you a thank from all the teams for all the work that you've done. Friends, 30 by 40 spaces everywhere. I mean, Memphis and May don't have any bigger spaces than, and then the electric and water hookup. He has got little camping professional logistics in here. And Randall, from all the cooks, I just want to tell you thank you. And
thank you very much.
And
I appreciate that. This is for the cooks, and this is for the barbecue industry. I love where it's come from, and I'm more excited about where it's going.
Uh-oh, Smoking Hogs wins 23rd annual Jack Daniels barbecue times, baby. Huh?
Some girl was walking around giving away koozie cups and papers a minute ago.
I got a feeling I might know who that is. Well, this is Daryl from BBQ Superstars. Rock and roll.